So we're talking about 79. So we're talking about 79% for some imports, cumulative. We're talking about a 79% tariff from China. Is that accurate?
On certain products, that could be true. Sure, but they've got to stop.
The UAE.
All they have to have is a phone call. All they have to have is a phone call from President Xi to President Trump saying, I'm going to end fentanyl production that's killing Americans, and it drops 20%. I mean, that's a pretty inexpensive phone call, but you have to make the decision. You got to stop killing Americans. And so far, they haven't made that decision. Shocking, but they haven't made that decision. And you really got to think about that for a minute. Think about that for a minute. A phone call would save them 20% on all their products, but they'd have to stop making the ingredients of fentanyl, and they refuse. Outrageous.
Has your counterpart reached out to set up that phone call between President Trump and Xi Jinping?
You know, President Trump and President Xi, they have their own way. They're not going to be, when that phone call gets made, I don't think they're asking me to set it up. I think that's above me.
Mr. Secretary, does that tell you something about maybe the leverage you think you have, perhaps you don't have, over the Chinese? The fact that they aren't reaching out, they aren't doing those things, despite the fact you've put tariffs up as much as you have. The S&P's down by 3.7%. The dollar's being sold quite aggressively. Against the euro, we're seeing one of the biggest moves we've seen in the last decade. Mr. Secretary, how much pain are you willing to tolerate? How much market pain are you willing to tolerate?
Donald Trump is focused on the economic pain that the United States of America has suffered over decades. Since NAFTA, 90,000 factories, not jobs, factories, 5 million high-paying jobs gone overseas. He's focused on the U.S. worker and the U.S. economy. And what's going to happen is people are going to realize it is the great American economy that is the winner here. And anyone who doubts it, and anybody who shorts Donald Trump, or anybody who doubts the strength and the power of the American economy is making a foolish bet. Sure, importers are going to have a tough time figuring out what to do because they went and found the cheapest production in the world. It's time to bring that production home, to have the smart, amazing people who run American companies figure it out, bring robotics back to America. And I would say that United States domestic growth is going to have the greatest resurgence ever under Donald Trump, and that's what he has set in motion yesterday.
You'll accept it takes time to engineer a supply-side response, though, sir. And in the meantime, you can see bad things happen. Do you accept that?
You know, our presidents have been presidents of the world, and Donald Trump ran on the policy that he was going to be the president of the United States, of the workers of the United States, and he was going to place American workers first. And that's what he did yesterday, and that's what everybody's feeling. Those workers have been disrespected, and now they're going to be respected.